Hi, my friends. Welcome back. It's Jenna, and I am the host of the Book of Jenna. And I really am enjoying my 7 podcasts in 7 days. This is number 2. And so I really was thinking about something that would be super beneficial for people during this holiday season. And one thing that comes to mind is alcohol and how through the holidays it's almost like frowned upon if you don't partake. Um, my boyfriend and I have been sober for 7.5 years. And I will tell you guys, it's the best decision I've ever made in my life. Well, one of them, but really, it's the most impactful decision I think that I've made. Well, I can't even say that. It's the most impactful decision I've made in the last 7.5 years. Because I feel like I've made a lot of impactful decisions, right? Like, let's face it, every day we make impactful decisions. But this is one that I choose over and over and over again, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So, I felt like with all the pressure of holiday parties, holiday drinking, holiday outings, that I wanted to come on here and I wanted to give you a little hope and a little inspiration and a little motivation to continue being sober. And if you're not sober, I want to inspire you to be sober. Obviously, I judge no one. If you want to drink and get totally wasted, I don't judge you. I was that girl. I would drink to black out. It wasn't drinking like one drink out with friends. It was drinking to get so fucked up I couldn't remember my name. But with that came a shit ton of guilt the next day, a lot of self-loathing, a lot of embarrassment. Um, I would say hangovers, but I never really got them. So that wasn't even something that I could be like, well, I hate feeling like shit the next day. The only reason I felt like shit the next day is because of being embarrassed by what I had done the night before or who I was the night before. Um, I remember my friends would be like, Jenna, we can tell when you've gone too far and you become someone else. Like your eyes flip. We can see it in your eyes when you are no longer you. And for a while, I would just, ha ha ha, whatever. Okay, girl, thanks. Well, try not to become her tomorrow. But honestly, there was no not becoming her. No matter what, I was going to become her. For a while, I was making my own wine and it was 18% alcohol, you guys. I was definitely going to become her when I would drink an entire bottle. She was definitely going to be there. And, honestly, it ruined a lot of things for me. It ruined friendships. It ruined clothes. It ruined I thankfully didn't really ever drink and drive, so that didn't happen. I didn't ever crash or anything like that. Like I was at least responsible, but it would ruin friendships and quite frankly, it would ruin me the next day. And so I had Adam and I had this moment. We had been dating about 3, maybe 4 months, and we would drink and we would fight because both of us have severe PTSD from the military, and we would hate each other for a couple hours, do really stupid stuff, and then the next day when we were sober, we were good. We wouldn't really fight. We had a great time together, and I ruined his birthday by drinking. I got so drunk before we went to go to the movies to watch Jurassic World for his birthday. I fell asleep, y'all. I was so shit-faced, I fell asleep. I was drinking at Chipotle. Who drinks at Chipotle? Honestly. What? It's a like a fast food restaurant. Like why do they even serve alcohol? I get it, but I also am like, what the hell? And so he was so mad at me. Rightfully so. I wasn't very happy with myself either. And I was not being very kind because I was getting to that point where the switch would flip and someone else would take over my body. And then on my birthday, it was his turn. And I don't blame him. I just don't. Like, he ruined mine with drinking and being drunk and being a jerk. We ended up breaking up. I ended up saying, you know what? I'm not drinking anymore. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to continue to create this cycle. I have a 4-year old. I really don't have time to be this person anymore. And at first, he was not pleased with me, and I don't blame him. I wasn't telling him he couldn't drink. I was saying, "I can't be with you if you're going to drink. Like, I'm not going to stop you. This is your choice, but my choice is I'm not good drinking." And when we're doing it every weekend and we start Wednesday at trivia and then we're Thursday at home, Friday out, Saturday out, one, it's a lot of money, but two, you're really I could not be drunk that many days in a row without feeling embarrassment and guilt and shame every day of the week. So we broke up and I was totally fine. Like, I don't care. Of course my heart hurt, but also I really had to take care of myself and my child, and that had to be my priority. The next day he came, we talked, and we both decided that drinking, we were going to quit. We were not going to live in this world where it's celebrated or even glorified. And honestly, you guys, in the military, when we were in, it was glorified. I do not know if it's the same way now. I really hope not. But it was something that people were like, if you aren't drinking, you're wrong. And so there's a lot of peer pressure. But we quit, and we quit cold turkey, and we never went back. Never. We just decided, like, these are the people we're going to be, and we're not going to do this anymore. And I want to tell you that if you are looking to quit drinking this holiday season, do it. I do not regret 1 minute of not drinking. There are no regrets for waking up sober every day, for not having that guilt and that shame and that disappointment in myself, that embarrassment. I was so free in a way, right? Because I could remember everything I did the night before. And I thought I feel like that is so important. I know it was so important for me and for my healing journey was to get rid of the poison. And honestly, when my friends would tell me things like, Jenna, someone else takes over your body when you are drunk. I started doing research after I quit drinking, and I was researching, like, why do they call it spirits? Does anybody know why they call it spirits? If not, I'm gonna tell you. They call it spirits because it's literally a portal. When you get so drunk that your inhibition lowers, your control, right? Lowers, your free will lowers. It gives an opportunity for spirits to pass through your body. And when they get in there, you don't know who you're getting. You don't know if it's a good spirit and you don't know if it's a bad spirit. And mine always wanted to fight. Those bitches were angry. And if you know me in person, you know that I am genuinely a really loving human being. I try to love people as much as I can. I am also I'm also the type of person that will stand up for myself and I will stand up for other people when things are going wrong. So I can have a mean side. And if you have ever met my mean side, maybe you deserved her. Maybe you didn't, but you probably did. Um, and so I want to encourage you, be different. Don't give in to peer pressure. Stick to your boundaries. Stick to who you want to be. Live from the end, right? Just like I said yesterday, and I was talking to the women in the gym. Live from the end. Live from who you want to be. If you want to be a sober woman, do it now. Be her today. Make the decisions today to become her. Um, I know it's hard to quit drinking. I will tell you, you probably aren't going to be like, you're not going to be able to say things like, oh, I'll just drink at home. No, I love you. I love you so much, but it's probably not going to actually work because you can still get drunk at home, you guys. Adam and I used to do it all the time. We used to get shit-faced at home because we're like, we're not at the bar. No, we still fought. We still fought. We still had issues. And it never lasted. Oh, we'll drink at home Friday night. We'll only go out Saturday night. Yeah, well, Saturday night, your girl could still take off all of her clothes and run around a hotel room drunk and naked because she did. So if you don't like that person you are when you're drunk, I highly suggest that you become the woman you love sober. Be sober. Live a sober life. Um, I know that this is maybe not what most people would expect from my podcast, but I also think it's important that I tell you my journey in these short 15-minute segments because you are capable of anything. And I drank from the time I was 16 until I was 33. And I drank a lot and I made some really poor decisions. And thank you so much to the universe for protecting me because I never got in trouble for those. Well, I wouldn't say never. I got in trouble in the army, but that's a different story for a different time. But I never got in serious trouble. I was drinking and driving at 16. Thank God I never got pulled over. Thank God I never hit a telephone pole. Thank God for so many things, right? I was drinking and driving when I was 33. Thank God I never got pulled over. Thank God I never killed anybody. But all those things were chances. I had a chance of doing all of that when I drank and drove. And so I just want to encourage you, make choices this holiday season that make you proud of you. Maybe it's not drinking. Maybe there's something else. Maybe I don't even know what it could be. For me, I see more often than not it's drinking, but I also see more often than not that the trend of drinking is on the down tick. But I will say millennials are, and I think Gen X, no, I don't know. You know what? I don't even know what any of those honestly mean. I don't follow any of that shit. But people that were born in the 80s, from the 80s to the 90s, yeah, we are the highest drinking age bracket. Cut it out. Spend your money on something else. Find a different way to cope. You can do anything. Go to the gym. That's the best way to cope, honestly. Best mental health advice I can give you. If you are stressed out and you need a drink, head to the bar, the gym bar, not the real bar. Go lift some weights. Go run. Go sit in that sauna and detox because your life is going to improve. So if you've been on the fence about giving it up, my advice, give it up. Give it up. You deserve better. You owe yourself better. You are not your best self when you drink. I promise you that. All right, my friends, happy Tuesday. Have a wonderful day. Much love. Be your best self.